Now hang on. Before the video starts, over 80% of people who watch our videos are not subscribed. So, if you enjoy our content, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Go on, do it now.
Hi. All right, that brings us on to gun safety. There can be no compromise on gun safety because what you've got to realise is this weapon, and it is a weapon, can kill a person. And this is important to know, and especially when your new people are taken up, because it's the new people that will do the more dangerous things, but not always. Okay, so there's a couple of things on gun safety that probably need to know more so before we even look at in the water safety and things that. And the main thing is that it's about the safety that we have in the guns. Okay, so in this gun here, it's a button here. And what you've got to realize is that we cannot depend on a gun safety with plastic and stainless steel bits. It just doesn't make sense. So if you have a look at it, it's soft stainless steel and plastic with something that has the power to kill someone. It doesn't make sense. So what you do is you've got to look at the fact that the only gun safety that you can depend on is unloaded rubbers that you can see and a cork on the end that doesn't fall off. And anything else isn't enough. So you've got to realize that. If it hasn't got the unloaded rubbers and it hasn't got the tip on it to protect the end of the spear or to protect others from the end of the spear, it's not safe. And if you can recognize that, then you can actually make good decisions. Okay, so the first thing to look at, what decisions we make when we're playing around the house. Okay, take the cork off the end. This is sharp. A lot of them are cut 3 ways, which is each way is quite sharp. If you were to even trip and fall forward, that spear has a chance of going easily, penetrating someone. It's not hard. You look at a spear like this, what it could do to an eye. So you understand, to have these uncovered is not a good choice. So we cover them. Okay. A good example here is in safety. You want to practice loading, you want to practice pulling the rubbers, take the spear out. There we go. All right, now we can practice this. We can practice pulling the rubbers, and there's not much chance of anything going wrong. Believe me, there's something can go wrong. You could pull this and this could flick back into someone's face. So you've got to be pretty smart about this. But as far as the spear going off and penetrating somebody, when you've got an unloaded gun with the spear out, then you can actually train on moving the rubbers. Now, it is a good thing to do that. Just a point on the side, it's a good thing for a new person to get used to pulling rubbers. It's terrible if you're in the water and that's the first or second time or early times and you haven't done it. And you haven't got the muscle structure worked out, so you're trembling arms and things like that. So it's a good idea to sit down in front of the TV or something and just get used to pulling the rubbers back. Okay, so the next thing is safety in the water. Now, you're swimming along, and this is an example of, not depending on a safety, okay? So you're swimming along, and next thing you're going, oh well, it might be Kingscliff or a beach where you've got to come back in through a break. And you go, oh, okay, here's a break here. I'm going to put my safety on and swim through the break. Bad choice. A safety, once again, you get tumbled in that break, and it is quite possible. A little meter wave can pick you up at the wrong time and roll you. And you get tumbled on top of a reef with a loaded gun, and just depending on your plastic and stainless steel safety, it's not enough. So, okay, you're going to come back through a reef, you undo the rubbers and cork the end. Simple. Okay, in the water safety, you got to learn, and you've got to get yourself very aware of what you're doing and where the gun's pointed. If you can consider that any time in the water when the rubbers are loaded, the gun is dangerous, then you'll be completely aware of where it's pointing. You don't want to point at anything that you don't want to kill. That's really what you've got to be thinking now. That's the purpose of this. The purpose of this gun is to kill fish. You know, we can't pussyfoot around. Okay, so if the gun rubbers are loaded, then consider anywhere it's pointing to be a dangerous area to be. Okay, so you're diving with a twin, you see the person down there. Well, you can't actually just stop looking at him and look over here and blah, 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 you know, looking there. Next thing he's swimming right under, or he's surfacing up underneath your gun. Quite often, people do that. It is a safety point that when you're surfacing, you glance up. That makes sense too. You could swim into the boat hull or something, or the boat propeller if you're not, you know, if you're not careful. But you know, if a person can quite often just swim up, and it's hard to see a gun pointing down. You know, it's a small thing to look at. So it's your responsibility on the surface. You've got to be aware of where this person is and move your gun. He's over there, your gun's over there. You know, so same thing. And the other one is. Here we go. This is one I've actually had people do to me more than once. The water's this level, and the person's coming up and he's going, "Oh yeah, see that jack in the cave." Gun sweep, lasered right across my body, but he doesn't think he's doing or notice he's doing it because the water's there, you know. But any old hand has that happen, he's, you know, he has a hell of a fright. So the other one, and this is an important one, I had it happen to me a couple of years ago. What I thought was experienced spearos, okay, was I swam a bit further over here, and they thought I was in a better spot, and they started swimming towards me. And I turn around, they're getting fairly close by now, and they're swimming, holding the gun next to them like that towards me. And so this gun was pointing right at me, and it was two of them at the same time. So they just weren't thinking, and they weren't used to thinking that this is a gun. This is a weapon that will kill someone. So when you get that reality, all of a sudden it makes a big difference. And I hope people don't have to see these ugly pictures of people with, you know, a spear sticking through their butt to be able to see that what it can happen, or through their face. The thing, and it's not happening a lot. Let's not get concerned that it's happening all over the place. We see the odd picture on the internet. You've got to realize now our internet covers the whole world. If someone gets a spear through his backside in Italy tomorrow, the next day we see it on the internet. So we get a fair bit. And so I would say probably the gun safety generally on the planet is pretty good. But, you know, pretty good's not good enough is really where it's at. So it's got to be exact, because, you know, when you're diving with your buddies, they're your mates, you know. Think about it. You've got to be responsible for them. You've got to look after them. Okay, so that's the thing. Always be aware of where the spear is pointing. No compromise.
Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. You can check out more content on our YouTube channel. Visit one of our stores and shop online at www.spearfishing.com.au.